Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you with a high level of certainty that there are a lot of people out there that are very afraid of what is going on. Now, people will tend to express fear in a variety of different ways. However, it has become abundantly clear that most people will express their fear through some form of negative retaliation against those who are trying to provide information and education to help those prepare for the pending doom and collapse that is ultimately bound to set in for many who continuously to go on about their daily lives, oblivious to the simple facts of what our reality really is today and what it could potentially be tomorrow, which is the basic principle of preparation. Now, I'll just leave it at that. You guys know exactly who you are and your personal attacks against me. Perhaps maybe you may want to refocus that negative energy onto yourselves and perhaps maybe move towards more of a positive approach to protecting and building and preparing instead of whatever it is that you're doing, because I can tell you right now it's not working. So, folks, economic collapse. Oh, man, fear and uncertainty. People are scared to invest. There's good reason why. A lot of reasons why. I'm going to touch on that in just a moment. Hoarding gold and silver seems to be the end all be all. Not quite sure how that's really going to help. Afraid to build wealth. Folks are afraid of the stock market. They're afraid of cryptocurrency. They're afraid of NFTs. They're afraid of the housing market. They're afraid of the basic building blocks of wealth that have time and time again have historically proven their ability to build wealth. People are afraid to start businesses. They're afraid to take risks. They're afraid to take the risk of taking control of their income and their personal finances, and ultimately are putting themselves in a position to be stuck in the trap of being held down and ultimately being poor, ultimately being on the verge of being wiped out by this economic collapse, this great reset. Middle class, working class, folks who are barely getting by, living paycheck to paycheck, who have no concept of reality and the financial component, how the monetary system works, and how your income, your savings, your investments, your cash flow all plays a part in you and your family's ability to survive. There's nothing wrong with it. You are in good company. I mean that in two different ways. You're in good company because there's a huge percentage of the population who is similar to you. However, if you're watching this video, you're also in good company because I want to bring you this information. I want to bring you these experiences that I've had to help anybody out there who's interested in receiving any form of help and doing things differently than they have done in the past to ultimately get them in a position to no longer be a slave and a victim to the system, be poor, be broke, be on the verge of being wiped out by high inflation, a recession, a deep recession, higher interest rates, job loss. Folks, I am not joking. We are 7, 8, 9 days away from so many people that are about to get a rude awakening. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just wait, you'll see. The crazy thing is, I don't even know if everybody's even currently aware of all the things that are going on around them. Good, bad, indifferent. The simple fact of the matter is, this is the world we live in. These are the economic times. These are the economic challenges that we have to endure. And you can either suffer through it, or it can be a comfortable transition. Let's just put it at that. It can be a comfortable ride. Did you guys know? I'm gonna share this with you before I get into the good stuff. But did you guys know that most people are probably not aware that their health records are already being shared. And the reason why the health records are shared, can be shared, is because it currently complies with HIPAA, because the information being shared is de-identified unless there's a breach. Perhaps, maybe there's some people out there that would want to take control of their health records and their health information and their health data, and have the ability to profit off of the data sets that is out there. Technology is at the epicenter. Web3 is ushering in a new era of tech that empowers the individual. I don't know if you guys heard me. Web3 is ushering in a new era of technology that empowers the individual. Empowers. Did you know that there are companies out there developing apps and a health exchange that will reward users for their health data? What is the reward? Well, currently health data is being shared, but there's no compensation to the end user. Who's the end user? We are. So if you guys want to know more about that, comment down below. If I get enough interest in that topic, I'll be sure to make a video that covers that. But basically what it boils down to is there's ways out there where you can get ahead of the curve and you can start making money on something that's already being done, that probably in the next 6 to 12 months will be done no matter what. And if you don't take advantage of the opportunity to capitalize on it, someone else is going to make that money instead of you. Plain and simple. But this just further plays into this growing situation that we are currently in that's only getting worse. Americans with no assets are at risk. Americans with no assets are at great risk. The IRS is warning as well. The IRS is warning that the next tax return that you may receive may be smaller than in the past. There's a lot of things at play here that could potentially disrupt your tax return that you typically would usually expect to receive, along with, that 7, 8, 9 day difference. As we get into the next year, folks are going to be in for a rude awakening on a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that are ultimately working towards reducing the income levels and the financial stability and viability of a lot of families out there. Jerome Powell has said it himself. Shrinking of balance sheets, pain will be felt by families. Jobs will be lost. It's crazy though, because on the flip side, in my circle, my network, the people that I talk to on a regular basis, I just talked to a friend yesterday in Atlanta. He knows I'm heading up to Atlanta for Christmas, and he told me he just sold his house, and really more like his estate. Probably a better accurate representation would be a compound. But he wants me to come by and see the new house that he's building. I think he's got like 10 or 12 acres building a new house. The growth that I've seen personally myself through real estate is unbelievable. And then also when experiencing the wealth building opportunities from others within my circle, it just further confirms what I've already known. Let alone a few days before Christmas, he closes on his home. This was I believe it was over $800,000 sale. And he closes on this sale while having already purchased new property, new land, and building out a new home. The economy is not quite what they want you to believe. It's not quite what it seems for many. There are still people out there moving and shaking, making big moves, making big money, making big progress, building wealth. Meanwhile, there's a huge collection of folks out there who are afraid. They are scared, and they are being further perpetuated by the standard protocol and propaganda and rigmarole that's being shared on a regular basis that they're consuming. And then when they come across a channel like this, they treat it as if it's an unknown virus, and they want to rid themselves of it. Folks, you might be fighting the wrong battle. You know, you may want to check it out, because the fear and uncertainty is ultimately going to put you at great risk of being wiped out by their plan. And people are scared to invest. They would prefer rather to only, I don't want to invest in stocks. I don't want to invest in real estate. I don't want to invest in crypto. I don't want to invest in technology. I don't want to invest in business. I don't want to invest in anything besides gold and silver and precious metals. That's it. That's all there is. Let me know how much wealth you'll build from doing that, because that is not the only end all be all, folks. If there's anything that you should have picked up so far from me, it is diversify, diversify, diversify. And inflation is real. Higher prices are real. Price increases are real. Let me know how well that gold and other precious metals are helping you afford the higher prices of inflation, the reduction of hours and pay and layoffs. Let me know how that's working out for you, because investing in stocks, investing in real estate, investing in business, investing in opportunities, investing in yourself, more importantly, investing in your education, investing in building businesses, taking control of your income and your personal finances is going to be, it's going to make or break you in the next 12 to 24 months. If you thought 2022 was rough, 2023 is going to tear you apart if you're not prepared, if you're not taking action, if you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, and you're only absorbing the same old every single day, rather than trying to educate and grow and build yourself personally, accomplish bigger and better goals. Otherwise, you're gonna fall by the wayside. You're gonna be at risk.